First, this is handheld fiber laser welding machine. Step 1. Connect the power supply. 1 neutral, 1 live, 1 earth. Connect to 220 volt power. Do not connect the neutral and live wires incorrectly. Don't use power strips either, causing voltage instability. Step 2. Add water. If you add water before the ground freezes in winter, this antifreeze must be added. Add in proportion to purified water. First time filling with water. At this location, between the yellow line and the blue line, add water later. Add it to the middle or upper part of the standard area. Step 3 is to connect the gas supply. For gas filling, nitrogen or argon is recommended, because the gas must be free of water, soil, and dust. The air pressure is typically set between 0.3 to 0.5. The flow meter for the argon gauge needs to be set to over 15. Ensure the gas is clean. Next, push the circuit breaker up. Check whether the emergency stop button has popped up. If it doesn't spring up, turn it to the right. Press the system power button after the confirmation prompt appears. Press the laser button again. However, the wire feeder must be installed first. The wire feeder has 2 ports. 1 power cable, 1 signal cable. Simply install the corresponding software. Next, install the welding wire. If using 1.2 mm welding wire, the numbers on the wire feed rollers should face outward. Twist this off. Load the welding wire. Feed the welding wire through. First, thread it to this position. Then lift the handle to lock the welding wire in place. Install the wire feed tube. The wire feed tube passes through from the front. Loosen the screws. Insert the wire feeder tube. Take care not to collide with the wire feed rollers. Tighten the screws to secure. Drag the wire through the wire feed tube. About 10 centimeters should be sufficient. Secure it properly. This is the wire feed roller 1.2 volt, using 1.2 mm welding wire. Straighten the wire feeder tube as much as possible. This ensures smoother wire feeding. Turn on the switch. The home page displays the wire feed speed during welding. Adjust the speed in the settings page. This is where you adjust the manual wire feed speed. Adjust as needed. Select manual wire feeding. The wire feed roller will rotate. Manual wire feeding requires a long press. Note that welding wire appears at the other end of the wire feed tube. Use pliers to trim excess welding wire. Next, install the wire feed bracket. The accessory kit will include a graduated cylinder. There is also a catheter and guide wire tip. One long, one short, choose the one that fits. Loosen the screw and nut on the wire feed tube. Insert into the wire feeding bracket. Install the guide wire tube. A 1.2mm welding wire requires a 1.2mm guide nozzle. Thread the guide wire nozzle through the welding wire. Screw the bolts and nuts back in. Fixed wire feeding support. Remove the rubber stopper. Install the graduated tube. The graduated tube is used to locate the focal point. First, it's stuck above zero. The focal point is where laser spatter is most intense during welding. Use 1.2mm welding wire. Install the 1.2mm welding nozzle. After tightening, welding nozzle not facing downward, because it needs to hold the welding wire in place. If the guide wire tube is too long, you can replace it with a shorter one. We need to configure the parameters. Enter the password 12345 in the settings. Can be more precise in language. Generally, only the first 3 parameters need to be changed. Enter the process page. The scanning speed is the oscillation speed of the red light. The scanning width is the weld width. Peak power is the light emitting power. Press the laser button. This is a ground clamp. Must be electrically connected to the welding torch. Can be clamped onto the workpiece or welding gun barrel. The clamp is attached to the workpiece. When welding, keep the wire feed tube as straight as possible. Observe the red light now. The red light has a horizontal line on one side. Using a mirror motor, transform point-to-point motion into linear motion. Without the red light, never fire the laser. During welding, the point of maximum laser spatter is a focal point, generally stuck above zero. However, not all welding torches are suitable. It could be 5 or -5. We need to find the focal point. The wire may be difficult to break during welding. This is a matter of technique. First raise the gun, then release the trigger. Weld at a 45-degree angle. First read the gun, then release the trigger.